So one of the other riders that we spoke about in the beginning is Dylan Groenewegen, and Dylan Groenewegen for me is one of the fastest, well, probably is the fastest sprinter in the sport. But we had that crash in the Tour of Poland, which was very controversial to say the least. What did you think of that, Ewan, with Fabio Jakobsen? And we really wish Fabio Jakobsen all the best as well. What a absolutely horrific crash, to be honest.
Yeah, the Jakobsen Groenewegen crash is something that doesn't look like cycling at all. It looks like something out of a horror movie or so forth. And we do wish Jakobsen the best with his recovery. It looks like it's going okay. He probably won't be racing for another year, but hopefully we can see the former Dutch champion return to the roads. Nevertheless, it was a poor move by Dylan Groenewegen. We've seen in the past this Dutchman is quite a colourful sprinter. And when I say that, I mean he swerves all across the road. He was a victim of a crash just like this at Vlaamse Kampioenschap a couple of years back. But this isn't good. This shouldn't be a World Tour level sprint. It shouldn't be any sprint for that matter. He does move over to the right-hand side of the road, almost locking Jakobsen out so he can hold on for the race win. And my question to Dylan is, was it worth it? Do you think that you need to put your colleague in danger in order to just get this win? Is winning a Tour of Polonia stage really worth all that much? You're not just putting Jakobsen in danger, putting yourself in danger. You don't know how the physics is going to work out. You might come down as well. Or you could even get disqualified. He was in the end.
Do you think the 9 month suspension is fair? Or I've never really seen this in cycling other than connected to doping. I've never seen a rider being suspended because of a cycling incident. And of course, there's been many crash incidents. And I don't know if it was because of the severeness. Like this crash went absolutely viral. It went everywhere.
This decision, it is brash and out there. And bearing in mind that we've had people like Gianni Moscon be racist and also quite aggressive in the peloton and not receive any backlash for that from the UCI, let alone his own team, I find that quite interesting. Groenewegen's crash, I do think because it made headlines across the globe, they did have to set a precedent. The length of this ban, if you think about it from a racing perspective, actually doesn't wipe him out of all that many races. He'll miss out the early season, Paris-Nice, I believe, and the Middle Eastern races if they go ahead. But Groenewegen will still be back for the Grand Tours next year. He did miss out on the Giro d'Italia this year, and it felt weird not seeing Groenewegen at all this year, especially as he's been the king of the sprints for the past couple of years. But maybe you could argue that that has allowed Wout van Aert to bloom within the team. Last year at the Tour de France, he only got one opportunity to sprint on his own, and he managed to win it. Otherwise, he was working on behalf of Dylan Groenewegen. So maybe Wout van Aert will have to maximize the chances he can get before Groenewegen comes back to racing next year.
I mean, one of the factors that might have also kind of fueled this crazy incident as well is it was actually the first race day back for Dylan Groenewegen after the whole lockdown. So maybe you're getting back into it and you really want to win because it's the first day back. So that could definitely have been a factor as well.